Hello, and this is it's a long time coming. Uh, Welcome to my F1 24, my team career mode. Um, Starting this in the month of December. Just haven't had a ton of time really to play F1 24 that much. I played some F2 stuff just to get my feet wet. Played a couple just F1 races just to get my feet wet. Um, and yeah, just never got the opportunity to really start it until now. So I'm gonna dive right into it. Of course, they're starting as a newcomer, so we'll go with that. Now, this is the big change. So I really thought about this after ending F123, and I just think the schedule is just too long. I mean, it is. Um, so I want to do something where it's shorter, though. The thing that sucks is that it really doesn't give you a ton of options for customization in the season. I think you only get three choices, and that's really it. I think it's like 23, 16, and 10 in terms of the schedule length. So, I think the ideal for me would be like 18, 19, 20. Um, but they don't allow that number. It's sort of only three tiered, which is kind of annoying. Um, so when I was thinking about sort of what I want to do with this, I decided that I wanted to basically just pick a core set of races that I wanted to do, and then sort of because it's going to be obviously 16, and with it being 16, I'm pretty sure I can get at least 5 seasons in. Um, and it'll allow for some more variety in the schedule every year. Um, so the 10 races, well, actually technically there's 11, but I'll get to that. So the 10 tracks that I'm going to keep in every single season, they're going to be sort of the constants. Are going to be Bahrain, Australia, Japan, uh, Monaco, Canada, Austria, Great Britain, Belgium, the Netherlands. As I try to see something here. Yeah, Belgium, the Netherlands, Monza, and Brazil. Those tracks are going to be the constants in this season. Um, the 10 tracks will be on the schedule every single season throughout my gameplay here. Um, the only track, actually, not. I should backtrack. Um, there will always be a U.S. Grand Prix, though what race that is going to basically rotate every single year. I think I decided. Let me see here. Just make sure I count correctly the amount of tracks I have here. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do is I think for this first season, there's only going to be um, one U.S. Grand Prix, and then going forward there will be two, and it'll alternate between the three U.S. Grand Prix tracks. So I think what I'm going to do for this first year, for the inaugural season, I'm going to make it sort of a more classical F1 schedule with some of the more tenured tracks. So Bahrain, Austria, Japan will start out. Then we will go to Imola, Monaco, Canada. We'll throw Spain in there. Austria, Great Britain, Hungary. Yes, Imola. So basically a long European schedule there. Italy, Monaco, Canada. Excluding Canada because it's obviously not Europe. Spain, Austria, Great Britain, Hungary, Belgium, Netherlands, Monza, so a heavy European calendar there. Uh, so race number 13, and then we'll do the U.S. Grand Prix in Austin, then Brazil, and then Abu Dhabi will be the finale. So that is going to be the schedule for the first season, and then obviously, there will be a rotation following that. So there you go. So very heavy, condensed middle part of the schedule, and a very sort of spread out and separated latter part of the schedule, particularly later in the year. So, but that's how it's going to work out for this season. Advance custom settings. Let's see, just making sure everything's here is correct. Okay, difficulty is gonna be. Oh, gotta change that. I think I'm gonna put it around 75 to start it out. I might go like 1 or 2 ticks higher when it comes time. So we're gonna go. Practice format's gonna be full. As always, just for the sake of time, we're gonna do one-shot qualifying. And as typical, we're going to do 50% race distance, so basically half the race length of a normal Grand Prix. So check that full one-shot qualifying and long. Yep, 50%. Weather and time of day. Perfect forecast accuracy. Career settings. Driver moves, of course, are going to be on. Department event frequency is going to be default. Facility management R&D will be on. TV claim player, default. Reduced. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, the resource rate for both the player, myself, and the AI is going to be reduced. Both reduced for the resources. So the upgrading is going to be a little slow for everybody. My cash rate will be increased. I might change that in later seasons, but for now it'll be increased just to start out. We're just going to say we're going to get a lot of investment. And the cache rate for the AI is going to be just the default. Fault frequency low, fault type high. Of course, that will, low fault frequency, but technical faults and mechanical failures will be enabled. Alright, so on, default, on and on, default, reduced, cache rate player increased, cache rate for the AI is default, low fault frequency, fault type high. Rules and flags. on. Corner cutting stringency will be regular. Park firmway rules will be on. Pit stop experience will be broadcast. Safety car standard. Keep the safety car experience broadcast. Formation lap on. Broadcast for the formation lap. Red flag standard. On, regular on, broadcast standard, broadcast on, broadcast standard. Okay. Simulation settings. Of course, flashbacks, unlimited, type realistic. I guess I could probably change this later if I want to change the car damage. Oh, this music is really something. This difficulty, we can structure. Rules and flags, career settings, weather and time of day, simulation settings. Here we go. Now, the last time I did career mode in F1 2023, I used the icons mainly to use Jamie Chadwick specifically, because she was actually a modern driver, not a legend driver. This time, I'm going to skip using my team icons, because I don't think, again, Jamie Chadwick I think is the only one I would use, and I don't plan on really using her, so actually, my team icons can only be recruited by player teams. Yeah, I'll include them just to see who's there. I'm not going to hire them probably. I'll just, leave them in. I think that's fine.
Welcome to my team. Here you'll experience the world of Formula One not only as a driver, but as the owner of a brand new F1 team. First things first, let's create your driver.
Alright, just looking at something real quick. Okay. So, what I'm going to do here, driver. I'm going to use the same, let's say load, same avatar I always use. If I can find him. There we go. Good old what's-his-face. United States, obviously. So let's see what's available here. Okay, so I think I'm gonna go with my usual once I find it. Go with Golden Boy.
Golden Boy, Frostbite, Gallagher, Garcia, Gardner, Jilks, Golden Boy.
Alright. And driver number... I'm gonna use, for the same reasons I did last year, I think I'm gonna go with... Let's just look through and see what else is available. Just because I like paying tribute to Kevin Harvick, I'll go with the number 29. So there you go
And now
there.
let's focus on your driver's look.
Helmet. Mm, I think I'll go with this one here. Going for sort of a Philadelphia Eagles inspired colored helmet here. Um, Actually, let's see how this looks. You need to... I think I'll go with the black for now until I unlock a better helmet. Color. So I think it's gonna go with the same team that I always do. So it's gonna be that. This color here is gonna be the black, and the other color is gonna be a gray. Yeah, I think that looks good. Gloves. standard there. Trying to pick one that's sort of generic, doesn't sound as British.
Great. Now let's set up some of the key details of your new team. We'll start with an easy one. What name would you like to give the team?
Well, that's pretty simple. Go with the same team name I go with every time. Rockstar Energy Racing.
Nice. Now, some kind of income stream is critical, so we need to sign a primary sponsor.
Alright.
Our primary sponsor will pay a sign-in bonus to the team up front. This is vital to cover the early investments we need to make. They'll also provide valuable weekly income for us. Each sponsor has a goal they want the team to achieve. If we hit that goal, the sponsor will pay us an additional goal bonus.
Alright. Monet Perry is one I've always gone with, and I think finishing 8th in the Constructors title is attainable. I mean, we only have to really beat 3 teams in that case, so I think that's a good one to go with to start.
Fantastic. Now we've got a budget to work with. Our car won't be going anywhere fast without a power unit. So let's sign a power unit supplier now. We need both performance and durability from our power unit, but we also need to balance the books. We're going to have a lot of other areas to invest our cash into.
Of course, we have Red Bull Powertrain, Renault E-Tech, Ferrari, and Mercedes. Interesting that Ferrari and Red Bull are the least durable. Renault's the lowest performance, but the durability is still pretty high, and I think that's the one. I've gone with that every time, so I'm gonna continue to go with that one again.
We almost have all the key partners for our team now, but we still need a teammate for you.
All right, here's the
higher
big
the
one.
driver's experience, the more resource points are earned to spend on vehicle upgrades. Drivers earn acclaim based on their performances. When a driver earns enough acclaim, they will level up.
All right, so I had that one driver in mind for this when I first, signed up for this. So I am going to go with somebody who was an F2 champion, moved over to do some IndyCar races in 2024. There's a bit of controversy there with McLaren. But I'm going to go with Theo Pourchaire, who I believe was a 2023 F2 champion. And
Looks like we can afford this
pick.
power unit supplier and teammate. Go ahead and confirm if you're happy. Sorry, boss, the numbers don't add up here. We need to lower our power unit and teammate costs, or approach a sponsor who will pay more upfront.
Wait. I think we're good.
Let's create the livery we'll be running this season.
I don't know why.
We can add
I don't know why he
sponsors
said
to the
that.
car as
'Cause
we
the numbers
sign
were
them
actually
throughout the
good.
year. And don't worry, we can edit our look at any time from HQ.
Yeah, the numbers were fine. I don't know why he said that. So let's do the livery. I've always liked this one, so we'll go with Old Glory. So deciding which part's going to be the yellow part, which part's going to be the black part. So I think, well, this part's going to be the gray part, so we'll do that first. So this is going to be 32. Six. Yeah, I think that's going to look the best one. Gloss, satin, matte, metallic. And I think I can go with the gloss here. Okay, we'll do that later.
Last but not least, we need to consider our brand, our badge, and team colours.
Okay, team badge. So we're going to go with the... Okay. So why is it... I don't know why it's like that. 'Cause I don't know why I can't put a letter in here. Because normally, in previous years, I've been able to just put a letter on it and that was it. It doesn't look like I can do that for some reason. Oh, this is kind of crappy. Uh, Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, these kind of suck. But it's the only one I can go with, unfortunately. Alright. And I think we'll go with that. So the only thing that kind of sucks is the logo choice, but that's just what it's gonna have to be for now. Um, and yeah, we will advance from here.
Hello and welcome to a very special Formula One live stream. Now, usually we run events like today to reveal a new car, but today is much more than just the car. It's about a brand new team, and one in which the owner also happens to be the lead driver. That's right, for the first time in modern F1 history, we're going to have an owner driver on the grid. And it's been a Herculean effort. A huge amount of resource and staff recruitment and a brand new factory, one in which we are standing right now. And the small matter of producing a car that can take on the big names on the grid. So let's take a look at it now.
Very nice presentation.
Okay, let's introduce the person everyone is talking about, Formula One's new owner driver. Now, I would have thought being an owner was stressful enough, but you're driving as well. So how are you going to approach taking on both the roles at the same time? Now, obviously, you're not going to be alone out on track. You've signed a teammate too. What made them the right fit for this project? So, tell me about the work on the car. Plenty done, plenty still to come. What are you prioritizing in terms of development? Now, your competitors are vastly experienced. You, by contrast, are a total newcomer. So, can that be a good thing? What do you bring that's unique and special to the table?
This one, we'll go with the power, or
Now,
chassis.
ultimately, your success this season will be determined by the positions you can take from other drivers. So what's your focus in terms of clawing time away from the opposition? Now, ultimately, Formula One is a team sport, and you've had to assemble a team from scratch. So who are you most excited about working with this season?
Now, I've seen in other career modes that reducing the chassis weight is very important. I believe this is the question that gives you the option to which one already unlocks some stuff for you beforehand, so I'm going to go with the chassis department.
Well, thank you very much for your time, and I think I can speak for all of us when I say all the very best for the season.
Okay. All that.
This is where you can view our current facilities and the effects they're having on the business. You can also invest some of our cash into upgrades for these facilities. This is the driver market. From here, you can see pertinent details on every driver in the sport, compare them with each other and add them to your watch list. When the contract negotiation window rolls round, this is where you'll approach any drivers you wish to hire.
Put the sponsor decals on. Put the one sponsor everywhere on the car for now, just to make it look nice. Alright. Of course, we are at the bottom at the moment. We actually got a lot bunch of stuff. Although that's supplier, so that makes sense. Um, so
It's important to use the time between races to the fullest extent, and that's where these activities come in. Manage everyone's time as efficiently as possible to maximize the team's performance.
alright, so we're gonna need cash right out of the gate here, so morale's normal across the board. Okay. So I think we'll do a preseason merch sale, because that'll get money into the team. And we'll do a driver training camp for share right out of the gate. So that he's on good standing, at least for the start of the year. Um, the current facilities. I think right out of the gate, I'm going to do personnel and upgrade the pit equipment because that doesn't cost a ton of money. So, get that. Um, and we'll see what we can do here as far as upgrades. Weight reduction's probably a good one to go with. To start, they'll come after the first race. Actually, take a look at it. So we're last in the chassis. Powertrain, we are above Alpine, so that's nice. And then Aero, we are also last. So that's where everything is currently. And we will advance time here. So I think we got everything covered.
Hey, I've been informed that a department has just completed another facility upgrade. I've sent you a message with the details.
So that was the pit equipment. So that was good. Um, let's see. All right, and that's it for the prologue. Let's start things out. So the first race, of course, will be the Bahrain Grand Prix. So I will see you next time around.